Hey, I'm Rob with Class Truck Performance Magazine. I'm here today with Paul from Old Anvil Speed Shop, and we're here to do a little AirLift install on my 48 Chevy pickup. Paul, you want to talk about what we're going to be using?
Sure thing. We'll start out, to get air, we use the Viair 444 compressors.
Now, they call this a 3H 3P.
Yeah, the AirLift control module, I guess it's what I would call it. It actually has the valves in it as well as pressure sensors. And then this takes information from the height sensors, which we mount one at each wheel. Mm-hmm. We mount it to the suspension, either the control arm in the front or like a 4-link in the rear.
Okay.
So there's pressure sensors in here and height sensors in here, and that's the 3H 3P.
Gotcha.
And then this is your controller, which has a nice screen on it. We'll show it all lit up later. But that way you can control your levels, and it's got a whole menu of stuff in it, different options you can select.
So basically what we're going from on this setup is an old school manual valve, which is basically up and down. There's no sensors, there's no gauges. I don't even know what height I'm at.
Yeah, and I've already seen that like the rear is teed off and has one switch, which is...
So we get side to side without even trying.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's definitely got some issues that we need to address.
All right. Along with the AirLift kit, we also got a set of tanks from Flow. You want to talk about those a little bit?
Yeah. The Flow tank is it's an extruded aluminum piece with billet caps. They're all fully machined. They have all your fitting ports in it. They come with this nice mounting bracket that's all billet machined. And the beauty of this is you can rotate this thing any direction. There's enough adjustment in it so that you can set it at any angle.
Yeah.
And then still keep your drain port on the bottom, which comes with the fittings and a hose. It also has a pressure relief valve, so you can't go over without make the thing explode.
Very cool.
So it's a very nice unit.
Now, even though they supplied us with the flex line, you're going to do something a little special with this?
Yeah, we're going to hardline everything. And we'll do an aluminum hardline in the controller because it has the locking.
Is that PTC?
PTC.
Push to connect?
Oh yes, it's a push to connect. Yes, so they push in, so the aluminum is the only thing that'll actually grab on it. Aluminum or plastic.
And that seal is just as good as the nylon?
Yeah, from our experience it does.
Good.
We use it on a lot of them.
All right, we got ourselves our new Viair compressors, our AirLift air management system, and our Flow air ride tanks. I'm going to let Paul and his crew get to installing, and I'm going to get myself a burrito, super antitos.
All right, so we have the whole system nicely packaged in the front of the bed under the bedwood kit. We're using 2 Flow air tanks. Again, they're being powered by a pair of Viair 445C compressors. And we in-house as a CNC machine that mounting bracket. It's like a modular design. You can clock the tanks pretty much any direction you need, and it makes for a great mounting surface for the AirLift manifold, so you could have it on display. And then after everything was set in place, we went ahead and bent up some 1/4-inch hard lines from the manifold all the way to the rear bags, and again from the manifold up to the front bags. Everything was done in one piece besides the front. Again, we're bending lines on an assembled vehicle, so it isn't really, you don't have all the room in the world to play with, so sometimes you gotta 2-piece them, and if the connections are done proper, it's gonna be a leak-proof seal. Each corner we have our level sensor installed on the frame going down to the rear trailing arms, and up front, again, mounted to the frame up to the upper control arms. Everything's cycled to within specs, so we get full range of motion, so this thing will be very dialed in when it's going down the road. It can make any small adjustments as needed. It'll compensate for weight in the front, weight in the back, and yeah, it just makes for a very user-friendly operation and makes it fun going down the road.
All right, so when I brought my truck here, it had a manual valve air ride system that first time was cool. That's probably about 30 years old. It leaked, it didn't work that great. So what you guys did was you installed an AirLift 3H 3P system. You want to tell us about it?
Absolutely, man. Yeah, this thing came in with a pretty dated, just 2 solenoids per bag.
It was cool for its time, right?
Yeah, but technology's gotten a little better since then. So just a quick peek inside. There's your AirLift controller. That's going to give you like your pressures per corner. It's where you set your presets and you do your manual adjustments and programming, right?
Now, has that got Bluetooth? Can I do it through my phone?
Yes, you do.
It does. Okay, that's pretty. So realistically, I can control it from my phone as well as from the the controller.
Exactly.
Right?
So on some builds, you could probably tuck the controller away if you don't want it on display.
Okay.
Again, on your phone, you get the same, everything on this keypad, you could have access on your phone too. So,
Okay.
So you
That's
can do it away
pretty
from the vehicle, et cetera, man. So
Okay.
it's pretty good.
Now, what about under here? So you've got the air tank system's flow air, right?
Yeah, so it has two flow air tanks powered by a pair of Viair 445C compressors. And then right in the middle is your AirLift manifold. And then when we installed this, we went ahead and did hard lines out of the manifold. And they all tuck away into the frame. The rears go straight to the bag, and then the fronts go straight to the bags as well. And it's a pretty good, it's very visually appealing, and
Absolutely.
it lasts very long, and it's a leak-proof system.
Absolutely. And I see the bags are new too, aren't they?
Yeah, the bags are all new. We replaced both front and rears, and again, so this thing's going to last the lifetime of the vehicle.
Good. I'm looking forward to driving it.
All right, so here we have our system just powered up. It's not calibrated, so to get into the calibration mode, you hold down these two buttons right here, and you'll go down to, I believe, the calibration setting. Go ahead and press enter. Then there's like a wizard system that's going to ask you like a series of questions, just like how many compressors you're running, are you running your level sensors, is the vehicle on level ground, what orientation is the manifold block mounted. So you just go through there, answer them, and then it'll kind of take over from there and just start programming itself. Vehicle on level surface, yes. Front wheels straight, yes. Is vehicle and all wheels free of obstructions? Yes. When talking about that, maybe like any wheel chocks, 2x4s, or jack stands, just make sure those are out of the way. Manifold is mounted onto that CNC machine block. We have two compressors. Stance guard, we want to enable stance guard. Do you have height sensors? Yes. Calibrate, height, manual, or auto. You have two options. Auto, the ECU will put the whole vehicle through its motions. It'll air it all the way out, air it all the way up, and it'll take readings from both those positions. Or if you're limited on, like say your suspended travel, or if you don't want it to go all the way down, you go ahead and put it in manual, and you could pick where the system's gonna pretty much air out, and you could pick the maximum height. We're gonna go ahead and do auto. Vehicle will move now, and once you get to step 9, pretty much that's when the vehicle's gonna start airing up, start cycling through everything and doing its whole programming sequence. So we can go ahead and get that started now.